Right, back in the mess. Here I am again, back with the wires, trying to get a solution. So what I've got, or what I'm doing, is prepping the original fuse box. You can see there's some wires, or a bunch of wires here coming out, which are all going to be utilised. And what I had was some spare relay blocks, because if you remember, I ripped loads out of all the systems I don't need. I've got several spare relays in there, which I'm in the process of wiring up, and these are going to supply lots of power. Obviously it's going to be a lot neater in there, need less space for additional relays, all that kind of jazz. So yeah, I'm in the process of just building this up now. Getting all these wires in, sorted and located, and getting ready for the new fuse box relay setup, which all these hopefully will clip into somehow. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to this episode. Well, this brings back memories. I've got the state of this now. Right, so there's been a bit of a change of plans. I'm doing good progress with getting all these wires into the original fuse box, taking up a lot of space. It looks like I might have completely fluked out by having exactly the amount of spare relays for exactly the amount that I need. Don't want to jinx it, but that's what it looks like. So okay, so I've changed what I've ordered. I'm not going for the additional fuse box now. What I have got coming is a standard fuse box, just from scrap car, and I'm going to utilise relay blocks, wiring, things like that in the back for the pins and the fuses, and hopefully everything will be combined into this one single fuse box. Then with the trigger wires, I'll just put a multi-plug on there, and that will connect into the ECU, so it can be detachable loom if it ever needs to come apart again, which it's come apart before it's even gone together, so it's likely. So yeah, I'm going to put a little disconnect multi-plug in there, and then it's going to make it look so much better. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, but oh well, learned from the first time, improve it for the second time, shows that I'm learning, I guess. But yeah, excited to see how this turns out now. So can't do anything now, parts are in order. I will come back when I've got bits in my hands. So where we go then. First off, we're going to ignore the mess because I can't be bothered, basically, in a minute. I have got here a standard fuse box, just from the breakers. Only cost me a tenner. And what I'm going to do is rip out, as you can see, we've got all the relays. Oh, let's pull it out nice and tight. And the relay blocks. Now they will pop out and remove from this. So what I'm going to be doing is removing relays, the blocks. Obviously they'll have the terminal connections going to the fuses. They'll pop out of here. I'm then going to utilise, because this is what my fuse box would look like, utilise these into the spare gaps and so on. Feed them into a fuse, label what fuse it is, and then all the power supply is all there, all combined in one nice neat package. It just takes a long time, a lot of faffing, but gone this far, so why not? So yeah, I'm going to rip this apart now, get the bits and pieces I need out of here, get it into the new box, and then some of the tag ends, maybe not these, but maybe original ones, that feed the relays, will probably either come out the top or the bottom with a multi-plug. And then they'll just connect into the original loom, so all the triggers for the ECU can still be disconnected. It's not part of this wire loom, and permanent in the car. I'll just have a little multi-plug nearby somewhere. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm just going to crack on and get it done, I think. So I'll show you the picture of where we're closer to completion. So maybe halfway through, maybe a little bit less, more, I don't know. Taking forever, but I think it's going to be worth it. So that's all the relays are now in the box. I'm just a case of having to connect up there's loads of wires to connect up, connect together, bridges between it. I've got like trigger wires, so I'm just gonna have them coming out the fuse box on a multi-plug, then obviously I can connect to it. So the wire and loom is still sort of modular in the car. A few things to connect up here, fuel pump, grounds, things like that, but they're all in the body loom, so that's fine. I've got fan wiring now all in here. That needs to be run through the bulkhead. But yeah, that's what's remaining of the secondary fuse box that I bought. Order a spare one. I'm just taking out the pins, things like that. Come in handy. Take them out of there, put them in the new one, going from there. What I'm also going to do, because now I've got loads of spare fuse, there's spare row of fuses, I am going to daisy chain them together like that. Now, I won't be using all of them, only a few of them. This will be off an ignition source in the fuse box, and then I'll run another pin out, which obviously allows me to put a fuse in. I'll run that out to a multi-plug, and then should I need a 12-volt source, then I just a case of putting fuse in with the wire and the wire in the multi-plug that will be coming out the bottom. I'm going to need some of them for wide bands and things like that, so I might as well set up the whole row, and then it's all in the fuse box as well, so it'll all be compact in that one unit. So yeah, I'm going to crack on now and get more done. Progress is a little slowed down because it's been on and off, raining all day. It's no good. So I have to a little bit of rearranging in the garage. Bumped it right up against our cupboards here, and I should just about get the door open enough to be able to work it in the garage. So hopefully now it should be a straight shoot to the end. That's what I'm hoping. That's it, the door's off the cupboard to allow it to open, but yeah, nice bit of room now. Right, so I'll have to clear this out. Got the fuse box up on there, but nice and dark. I'll grab a torch out when it's all done, but fully located. Yeah, not gonna able to see it. Right, let me get it all in there and get a torch on it so we can see what's going on. There we go, that's better. So yeah, fully populated fuse box. All of the spares were used, all of the extras were used. I have put a power hold back in because it's a feature I wanted, and I know it wasn't the cause of the issues that I had. But yeah, all the fuses now. There's a few spare still, which I don't need. I've got an additional row in here now, which are for like outputs, wideband controller, stuff like that. I'm going to put there's another one to go in, which is going to be the alternator control, which just needs this little sense wire. I've got another spare wire up here, yeah, so there's a little bit of redundancy in there. Relays I'm screwed, but we'll see. Hopefully we won't need them. So yeah, so that is in. Obviously the wire now looks a lot better, apart from the fact we've still got it hanging down. I need to obviously connect up the looms and get them fitted. You can see maybe up here, if I get a torch up in there. I've got some multi-plugs up there, so they'll connect on. Yeah, I don't know if I can see it. Yeah, I've got some multi-plugs up there, so they'll connect into the original loom, which I obviously need to just cut them down and fit them in. But yeah, it's going to look much better as it overall. A lot less cluttered anyway. Right, I'm going to crack on and show you next time I get a bit of progress. And would you look at that, glove box in, not even trimmed down. What a grueling couple of weeks. So I've still got a couple of little bits to do. I'll just pop the glove box out and I can show you what's in behind it. There we go. So that's what there is behind it. Now we've got one wire here, well, 3 wires. These are going to go out through the bulkhead to the fan, so they'll be repositioned. I've got power and earth here for the wideband controller, which I need to make a mount for. Before it was just cable tied up through here, but now I've got a relay in the way, so I need to make a better mount. but I've got riven up back there, so I should be able to utilise that and make something up. That'll probably, yeah, somewhere back in there. Again, just wideband stuff. So yeah, mount the wideband, wire up the fans, and that is basically it. So yeah, all fits in there. It's not a lot less than what it was, not so cluttered, so that's nice. Probably worth the effort, and it's all now just in the fuse box. Makes sense. Okay, it's a new day, so a couple of minor little things just to finish off. I need to get some fan wiring back into the car, so I just need to feed that through, connect them up. Should be nice and straightforward. I need to make a mount for the wideband controller, and then just there's a little P-clip I need to fit on for the wiring, but that's just easy. So yeah, so let me crack on with these couple of bits, get them knocked out, and that will be all of the rewiring completely done. First little task done. It's the wiring in down there for the fans. Just cable tied it up to this power steering line. Little earth to the group earth, runs down underneath, and back up into the grommet. So yeah, so that one's done. So now I need to make a little bracket to be able to mount this controller. Now, one thing with this controller, I don't know if the later ones are different. Basically, there is, obviously you've got the little grooves there, you can mount modules to each other, but there's no real mounting strategy for it. So yeah, I just have to make a little bracket up, and then what I intend to do, again, it's a bit dark in here, but I have got, no you can't see it, next to where I used to mount the old fuse box, which lasted 5 minutes. And there's a little rivet up the top there, so it will mount up rough in the same location. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now. Right, so this is what I've knocked up for this bracket. Just a basic bit. It used to be an aircon condenser bracket, I think, when I got the uprated intercooler, radiator. So yeah, might as well put it to use. Just a basic bit. I cut this down to length, so we can see there's like some notches on the side, and they will line up with those, with the slots, so it'll keep it in from moving up and down. But hole in the back anyway, but yeah, just bent some tags over the front just to stop it moving left and right, and a hole in there, and just wrap a cable tie around it, and then a hole in the bottom just to be able to bolt it onto the bracket that's on behind the fuse box. So yeah, nice and simple, nice and straightforward. Let's get that bolted on and finished. There we go. That officially marks the end of the wiring. Wideband's mounted up in the top corner there. All the relays all fitted. All the wiring all tied back, hooked out of the way. Little P-clip up there just to hold it all nice and tidy. Yeah, just need to water seal it at the back, but that obviously I'll do, make sure that it all works first. But yeah, this wiring saga is now over. So yeah, I'm done for this episode. I will get the garage tidied up, I'll get the car tidied up, I'll get all the interior trim all fitted back on, all the bits I've taken off. And yeah, next time I will be doing all of the tests, make sure all the electrical components are working. I'll be setting base time in, and I will try and fire it up. So that should be a good, exciting time for me anyway. So I'll see you next time.